Are we on? Are we recording? We're recording? Alright, good. Yosemite Foundation, field report 1. Look, you guys dropped us in a bad place. We're in the middle of a way. It's not good out here, okay? The friggin' Viet Cong are everywhere, and yes, I said Viet Cong. I'll get more about that in a minute. Okay, from what we've been able to piece together, the year here is definitely 1969, definitely analogous to our own timeline. We got a Vietnam War, we got a border conflict in Korea, and we got an American counterculture, but that's pretty much the most similarity we can find to this place. Everything else is so far off the rails compared to every other timeline we've been to. Oh god, where to start? Okay, for a start, the Viet Cong have fucking armored vehicles, okay? I don't know what the hell's going on here, or who the hell did the recon on this place. Oh, and by the way, whoever made that initial report is a friggin' moron. There's not just 8 factions here. There's 8 other large factions, and there's so many other smaller factions running around, we can barely keep track of them. It's gonna take at least a year to catalog everything in this place. Oh, god. Okay, look, we gotta get the hell out of here real quick, but I'll try and get as much as I can to you before I have to cut off. Okay, let's start with the obvious. This is definitely an alternate Cold War. There's a Western aligned bloc of democracies and autocratic states, and there's a communist bloc on the other side of Eastern Europe. That's all we got right now that we can make sense of. America is in the middle of civil war. There's headlines everywhere saying that the American Confederate Revolutionaries are marching on Washington, D.C. against the Allied nations and some faction called the Unionists. We've also got a force called the Greater Indian Commonwealth moving in on the Middle East, something called the Cybernetic Federation in South America, United Technate in Central America. We've never heard of that before. We're trying to piece together that little mystery. Something called the African League in Africa fighting against the Mediterranean Syndicate. We've also got... I don't even know where to begin with this. Alien reports? There's reports of aliens here. Yeah, that's just lovely. There's something called the Southern Contingent, who seems to be very isolationist as well. And there's some kind of guild, an industrial guild in Southeast Asia fighting against allied affiliated governments. All we can piece together, most of all, is that this place is always at war. There's always seems to be some conflict, or skirmish, or just difficulty, for lack of a better term, going on in this place. Someone failed a lot of recon on this one. We're trying to get the hell out of here. Look, the most we've been able to piece together firmly is that the safest place to be for us right now is Geneva. We're going to try and uproot our gear, move to Geneva, and get a better picture of what's going on in the history of this place. All we have right now for sure is that World War III is over, the Allies are technically the winners, and that we have a lot of things to sift through before we can even try and make sense of the stuff we're going to bring back from here. We'll make our next report when we get to Geneva.